Peace. Good morning. I'd like to welcome you back into another edition of the Five Playland. As always, I'm your Five Player. Wanted to talk to you about regarding the fight that happened last night between Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez. For starters, look at this man right here, bro. Laid out. Hey, you! Hey, you! Yo, you alright? Yeah. He got a can of something next to him. He's good. Regarding Josh Taylor versus Jose Ramirez, the fight, as far as I mean, I'll get to this first. Josh Taylor, in the span of 2 years, has given us what I feel were the best fights of 2020 and 2021. I thought when he fought Prograis, like, that fight was almost an instant classic, but in this era, I would consider it a classic fight because it was the best fight of 2020. Thus far, I mean, even though we've almost come to the mid portion of this year, this fight against Jose Ramirez, I think I have it as the best fight of 2021. For some reason, I mean, like, it made it like within the scorecards, like, they made this fight as if it was similar or closer than when he fought Prograis. But I think Prograis gave him a lot tougher fight. I mean, had this fight gone like way longer, I mean, like, you know, maybe Jose Ramirez would have caught up to him. But I mean, like, I thought Jose Ramirez fought a lot better than what I anticipated. Give him a lot of props. I mean, the fact that he didn't get into the tournament when they were all fighting each other at 140, I was a little bit sour about that. But now, I mean, like, you know, for boxing's sake, sometimes it's good for a guy like that, like, to almost take a loss. That way he mixes it up more often. I mean, like, you know, you're seeing how a lot of these bitch-ass boxers, like, you know, they get really protective of their O's, and they don't want to fight as often. And so for the sake of that not being the case, and you know, it's better that somebody like with the built-in fan base like Ramirez takes a loss like at this early stage of his career. As far as look at fucking Times Square, bro. It's just whack. Dumb motherfuckers posted up all the time. Fucking bums. This motherfucker got like a fucking ass load of cans in a fucking cart. Just sucks, bro. Motherfuckers always letting it off out here, like, you know, not that I'm no fucking schoolgirl or some shit, or that bullets are fucking scary, but, you know, fucking can't even walk with your fams out here, like, fucking, it's just bummy as fuck, dirty. But, anyways, so, yeah, look at these dipshits over here, fucking dumb motherfuckers. But, you know, I mean, would I want to see a rematch of this fight off the rip? I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch of the fight, but do I want to see it off the rip? Nah. I mean, I'd rather, you know, for him to fight maybe Tiafimo or Tank Davis, fucking, not so much Tank Davis, Bud Crawford. I mean, if he really dares to be great, like, that would be a lot cooler. Like, fucking, and who knows? Maybe if Taylor loses to Bud Crawford, he still has like a healthy career, like, you know, moving forward. Like, but, you know, a lot of what's happening, like, in Top Rank seems like there's more promise as far as netting us fights than what's happened at PBC or what's happening at PBC. And I've been saying that like there's a lot more of a clearer picture as what's happening like with the fighters at Top Rank. And again, fuck Top Rank, fuck Bob Arum. But it is what it is. I'm a boxing fan. I'm not a boxing promoter, defender. But Taylor does have to fix some of his stuff. I mean, you want to say the obvious shit, like he should get an American trainer. Would that be able to help? Maybe. In those in that bootleg 24/7 show that they have, like Behind the Glove, I don't know what the fuck it's called, that they do on ESPN, where they follow the fighters like throughout their camps. It just doesn't look like Davison is that guy, like where fucking he says something and you gotta listen. I feel bad for this dude. I always see this cat. He's dressed differently today, but normally he's dressed like head to toe in black. And he's a real dark-skinned cat too, like fucking but he's always sitting in this one spot too. Like every time I don't see him there, I get like worried. But if Josh Taylor were to like fight in the sense of staying on the outside, sniping, going to the pocket when he wants to, because Josh Taylor could fight from the pocket, but I think a lot of times he goes into the pocket and stays there for really long. Like he plays that one of mine for one of yours, like, and that style doesn't work for him. Like because Josh Taylor, I'm not gonna front, is not the most like strong guy. He could hurt you, but he's not really strong. I thought Prograis is stronger than him, and I think Ramirez, punch for punch, is stronger than him too. But if Josh Taylor would stay on the outside and just snipe from out there and like move, and it's not like he's a dope sniper from outside. It's just that he has good ability, like to move, especially when he moves to his right. If he were to do that and just snipe or snipe, smother, or snipe, then come in and do a little work in the pocket and bounce, I think he'd do really well. Another thing too, he doesn't get out of the pocket. You got to be able to go into the pocket at your own leisure, like Bud Crawford does, and get right the fuck out of there. A lot of times he gets out of the pocket and he walks back a little bit, like, or straight back, when you got to be making moves to get out of the pocket, like, and sometimes those moves to get out of the pocket don't seem like the easiest option, like going to your left or right, ducking and moving to your left, like, he doesn't do that like well. If he did that, like, but Josh Taylor would be like one of the illest fighters. He has the capability to do it though. He can move really well. If he moved up to welterweight, I would venture to say that he'd probably moves better than everybody but Bud Crawford. But he's a really nice prospect. I like Josh Taylor a lot, man. He's not like, I mean, I'm not vested into his personal life because I'm not fucking with boxing like that, like where I know every single thing that's happening with these dudes. But I mean, his shorty looks pretty fuckable. Besides that, I mean, I don't know about much in the personal realm, but he got a lot of potential. I mean, like, having fights like yesterday though, it's gonna zap him like by the time he hits his early 30s. So he got to learn to fight in a less or a more evasive style, to a sense, like, or just take way less damage than what he's doing now. It's not working. I mean, it is working because he's getting W's, but I look at it in the sense of like, my ideal guy would be fighting 3 times a year. So if he wanted to fight 3 times a year, fucking you got to take far less damage in these fights. But yeah, I mean, like, it's not. And another thing too, like, it's not like I'm looking at this crop and like, god damn, you know, like they're just like, this crop is, it's not like it's way talented. Like seeing how boxing is right now, do I think a lot of these guys, even in the same promotion, are gonna fight each other all the time? No. But it's just the fact that the current welterweights are so bitch made, like, and have shown such a tendency not to fight each other, that anything other than that works for me. But in addition to that, the crop at 140 right now, it's a good crop of fighters. You know, and I'm pretty sure, like, you know, in the future, I mean, it's kind of off the subject, some of the PBC defenders are going to make it seem that accomplishments at 140, if there's a fight they like if Tank Davis, you know, happens to do well at 140, you know, then 140 becomes important again. Right now, 140, nobody pays attention to it. You know, they pay attention to, you know, the division that Devin Haney is in, which they probably can't say off the top of their head. They pay attention to the division that Tank Davis can't make weight in, like, which is less than 140 in both instances, which they probably can't say off the top of their head either. But 140, I mean, we hope that it becomes important again, because it's a whole 7 pounds under the regular welterweight division, and I say that with a breath of sarcasm. But you know, I just, anything to get this crop out of welterweights is good for me. You know, should Taylor and Ramirez fight again, I mean, like, that's worth the price of admission, like, on its own. Should Prograis and Taylor fight again, shit, that's a dope fight. Like, imagine a card with those three guys and another 140 cat, like, or Tiafimo fighting each other. That should be fucking bananas. You know, if they do a Regis versus Ramirez and a Tiafimo against Josh Taylor card, like, that's pay-per-view shit. But unless it was 140, I mean, God forbid, like, fucking 135, okay, like, then it's pay-per-view. Like when Tank Davis fights a blown up or a guy moving up in weight, that's okay. But once you hit that 140 threshold, fights no longer become important. But yeah, all kidding aside though, like, congratulations to Josh Taylor on this win, and I'm already in tune with his career, but I look forward to seeing him in the future more and more. And again, like, you know, I'm not a dick rider like that. Like, you know, like, is Bud one of my guys? Yeah. Am I a Bud fan, like a lot of people say? No, I'm not a fan of any guy. Like, I'm a fan of Wilder, maybe, but, like, besides that, like, I'm not a fucking fan of any fighter like that. Teofimo Lopez is from my fucking hood. Like, you know, he's 6 blocks from my block. Like, and does that mean that I gotta fucking play coverage for Teofimo? Absolutely not. But I don't know what point I was alluding to. It's fucking early. I haven't slept. But you know, that division is it should be popping. Like, I mean, like, and one thing too is that a lot of these guys, like, you know, when you talk about Prograis and Ramirez, they've taken losses. Like, it's almost like more enticing for a boxing fighter, a boxing fan, when these guys have lost. Like, now you got a incentive, like, to fight more, you know, like. But it should be good shit. I mean, like, you know, stuff like this makes me want to watch boxing, like, whereas boxing regularly, like, or boxing politics as usual, just turns me off to the sport big time. But this reinvigorates me. But let me know what you guys think. Like, with that, I'm out. Peace.